behind me here to chase the Scooby van.
The guy in the orange pants is pretty quick. Alex, I mean, I'm looking at these people. Wow.
See the way these reporters are running after Clinton. Is your money about to run away with them? Hi, everyone. I'm Eric Bowling. Welcome to Cashin, our Cashin crew this week. Wayne Rogers, Jonathan Honig, Lisa Booth, Jessica Tarlov, and looky, who's there? No, that's not Juan Williams with lipstick. It's our good friend, Michelle Fields. Welcome back, Michelle. Welcome, everybody. This week, we saw the media treat Hillary Clinton more like a rock star than a presidential candidate. And if Lisa is right, that should have taxpayers watching and worrying. Right, Lisa?
It absolutely should. Look, 60% of Americans think the country is on the wrong track. But, Eric, Hillary Clinton's not that different from you and me. She puts her pantsuit on every morning, one leg at a time, just like you do.
Well done. Go ahead.
But in all seriousness, Eric, we shouldn't be surprised by this. The liberal media has worshipped at the shrine of President Obama for the past 6 years, and Hillary Clinton's going to be no different. But instead of playing gotcha questions with Republicans, they should be getting to the bottom of the email scandal. They should be asking her questions and calling her out on her hypocrisy on things like women's issues when the Clinton Foundation takes money from countries that oppress women.
Well, what part of the problem is no reporters are allowed to ask any questions yet. One of the things when Hillary Clinton was a senator, one of the issues that she had was that she paid her male staffers $15,000 a year more than
That's not true. That data, the Washington Free Beacon published that data, and BuzzFeed got the actual annual salary data, which they've shows that she paid them actually equal, and actually women ended up tipping out and making more.
Well, actually, I think there are several different, other than BuzzFeed and other than Washington Free Beacon, that have confirmed the fact that she paid the male staffers more.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about what goes on in the Clinton Foundation, they do have a big pay gap, and I don't think that that's right as someone who advocates for women's equal pay. But as her time when she was senator, that I can't give you.
So let me ask you this. You saw the media chasing after her. They're basically donned her the next coming, all right? She's clearly going to be the nominee.
O'Malley
Is that good for the American people?
Absolutely not. 72% of Democrats and independents want a strong primary challenge. I hope they get them. And I think that Hillary actually hopes that they do. I mean, being challenged, like O'Malley came out yesterday and called her out on flip-flopping on immigration and same-sex marriage. It's really important that she has to address these issues if she's going to be the nominee, and it makes her tougher for the general.
Go ahead, John.
And Eric, they're chasing after her because Hillary's like Oprah. I mean, she is a rock, whether you like her or not. She's a political rock star. She's instantly recognizable the world over. And I think the media isn't challenging them, Eric, especially on her economic issues, because they largely agree with her. The culture largely agrees with her about taxation, about redistribution, about how evil the wealth are. I mean, that's why somebody like Ted Cruz, his economic policies are seen as radical, while someone like Hillary, who's essentially continuing the Obama redistribution route, is seen as rational and sane.
Let me get Michelle in here. Michelle, the Clinton, the Scooby van, pulled up into a handicapped parking spot, decided that was a good place for her to park the van. She got out, did her thing, came back. If you're the presidential candidate, if you're the one that wants to be president, when you pull up to that handicapped spot, don't you go, hold on, guys, just pull it up a little bit further. Let's not do this. This is going to look. Does she have any clue how what this is looking like to the American people?
Oh, she doesn't care. I mean, she's out of touch. She feels as though she's not accountable to anyone. And look, a Hillary Clinton presidency is basically another 4 years of President Obama. The only difference is it's going to be a female in a pantsuit rather than a man in the White House in a pantsuit. And when you look at her domestic policies, it's exactly the same thing as President Obama. She wants higher minimum wage. She wants to tax the rich for all that they've got. She does not believe in transparency. And she's a hypocrite. Look at the estate tax. She is for the estate tax. Her husband was for the estate tax. If you look at their finances, they've done everything so that they can avoid the state tax. It's hypocrisy, and she doesn't believe she's accountable to anyone.
Let me just play this very quickly. Jon Stewart, when you lose Jon Stewart, when he's even making fun of you, watch this.
There are a lot of good reasons for you to be chasing a van. If the van was perhaps a good humor truck, and you were 5. If Zane was in the van, and you were 5. Or if you're not so much running towards the van as away from Godzilla.
All right, so Wayne, you wanted to jump in.
Well, this is so condescending. For her to sit down and talk about the downtrodden and how people don't have money. Meanwhile, she's living in $1 million mansion herself. She's driven around by. She hadn't driven a car in 25 years. She's had people. She talks down to the Secret Service. She uses them like servants. It's just the whole thing is just distasteful and horrible.
But that's the whole thing. I mean, she remains unbelievably popular, Eric, because these ideas, the redistribution, the high taxation, the high regulation, her basic economic philosophy is very much in tune with everyday America. I mean, the elections are the cashing in of ideas. You don't make ideas during an election, you cash in on them. And Hillary's leftist economic ideas, unfortunately, I think are shared with not only the media, but a lot of the American public.
But Jonathan, the problem...
Hold on. $2.5 billion. By far, more than double the other record, Jessica, $2.5 billion. Is this all Democrats have to spend their money on?
I hope not. I mean, there is a lot more out there. I mean, it's a sad thing that that's what elections cost. We need campaign finance reform. We need things like that. But
they don't, Jess. They don't. Barack Obama had the prior record.
Be running a budget?
No, but Barack Obama had the prior record at $1.1 billion. Here we are 8 years later.
But more than doubled.
Go ahead.
Eric, the problem
Lisa.
with all of these issues is the fact that she's a hypocrite on all of them. She criticizes campaign finance, but she's going to spend over $2 billion this election cycle. She criticizes income inequality and criticizes CEO and the pay discrepancy, but she charges $300,000 per speech. She says she's for women's rights, but she has no problem taking money from countries that oppress women. She's a hypocrite.
Dwayne, I got 5 seconds. You got it?
Well, I'm saying I think that's absolutely right. She's not only hypocritical. How can you trust somebody like that? Why would you want somebody like that to be the leader of your country? That's just insanity.
I have no idea.
I don't either.
I don't know.
And the media buys into some of this.
We got to leave it right there. A quick score.